everybody. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing today? Is everyone doing alright? Good morning. So what's going on, everybody? I'm doing alright, doing alright. How are you doing, my friend? Figured I'd hop on for an hour or so, chill out with you guys. I'm mildly nauseous though. Good morning to you too. How are you doing? How's your day going? If you hear me eating, I'm sorry. The best way for me to stave off pregnancy nausea is to eat like little nibbles of things. That was a weird sneeze. Yeah, I've heard it's been pretty brutal out there in Europe. We're kind of sort of used to it where I live. Like today, when it hits the hottest temperature, it's going to be like 105 degrees Fahrenheit, which I believe is above 40 degrees Celsius. But we're used to having high temperatures like that. Not quite that high. It's a little unusual for it to be that high because it's been that high for a while now. And usually we only spike that high for a few days in the summer, but it's been pretty consistent. So it's been hot everywhere. And people say global warming isn't real. You can tell my dying tomato plant that climate change isn't real. My poor tomatoes. Ooh, sorry you got COVID. I've been very blessed, knock on wood, to have not gotten it yet. Yeah, I know England and parts of Europe really aren't prepared for intense heat, because usually your climate's pretty mild and temperate. The dumb thing where I live is our power grid. We're on a separate power grid from the rest of the country because Texas has to be special. Not only can our power grid not support extreme cold temperatures like freezes, because last time we had a major freeze, the power went out in most of the state in a huge blackout for like over a day, and people died. But now we're getting warnings it can't handle this heat either, and there's rolling blackouts. So what good is our power grid? You see, Texas is used to hotter weather, it's when it gets brutally cold that no one knows what to do. Like, no one knows how to drive in snow or ice. It's crazy. I have no idea what I'm doing today. I'm probably just going to hang out with the kids because we're having some contractors come to our house this coming week to do some repair work in the walls. And so for them to get to the walls, we got to move stuff out of the way and keep it in storage while they do their work. So probably going to be busy just boxing stuff up, moving it around. Or I'm going to watch the kids while other people box stuff up and move it around. Hey Fran, how are you doing? Hello. This weekend has been very boring and uneventful for me. I've mostly just been sitting around with the kids because it's too hot for them to play outside. Way too hot. I would take them to the playground, they would touch the equipment and burn their hands. So I tried that a few weeks ago. Take them to the playground to play. And they just touched things and they were like, ow! I'm like, yeah, no, we're not playing today. Too hot. Oof. Sorry you're stuck. Though, to be fair, if that happened in my household, whoever had COVID would get, like, locked in a room, too. Just so they don't spread it to the kids. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I've got more audios in the works for this coming week. I usually take a break on weekends. Like, I still will get up early, like, almost my usual time, and do other stuff, but, yeah, I usually take a break from audios on weekends. I like to rest. It is 10:15 in the morning for me. Well, enjoy your sleeps. Ooh, you've got to be really careful with these reinfections, my dude. Because the more times you get infected by COVID, the greater the chance you're going to get long COVID and lasting damage to your organs. Like, these cases are starting to pop up from people who've had multiple COVID cases and the damage it's doing. Oh, sorry y'all are dealing with COVID. Hello, 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 hello. See, I enjoy what I do. I enjoy making audios and streaming and whatnot. Like, I like doing it. So, yeah, it takes work, but I'd rather make audios and stream and do stuff like that than be at the desk job I had years ago that drove me crazy and gave me crippling depression. Hello, it goes well. How about you? That's my opinion on furries. I don't mind furries. My brother is kind of a furry in that he draws a lot of anthro art. He's not really into the furry fandom or anything, but he likes to draw them. Oof, I'm sorry, my dude. Hope you get better soon. And good night. Sleep well. I don't know, I feel like you can kind of tell with audios if someone genuinely enjoys and has fun making them or not. Like, if they're making them because they like what they're doing and like being creative, or if they're making them because they want YouTube revenue and people on their Patreons and shit. Good morning. Don't worry, you're not that late. There's no such thing really as being late to my streams. I'm glad my stuff helped you sleep. I'm really glad about that. I had an awesome dinner last night, by the way. I had a cluster of snow crab and shrimp, potatoes, corn. Good stuff. Very good stuff. And it smells good too. That's one of the key things. It smells good. When I'm able to eat more again, I kind of want to start doing pregnant mukbangs on this channel. Just to like mix things up a bit. The thing with being a YouTuber is it's really what you make of it. If all you really care about in the end is that it makes you money, and so you constantly feel pressure to, engage audiences and fight the algorithm, then yeah, it's not going to be very much fun for you, and it's going to be difficult. But if you just upload what you enjoy making, and if other people find it and like it, that's amazing, then you'll have much of a better time. Oh geez, don't get alcohol poisoning, for real. It's bad for you. It's bad for your health. Well, I really don't want to comment on underage drinking, come to think of it, because my mom is very tolerant of alcohol. Was starting in like high school. Like obviously I'm 13, I can't drink anything, but like when I was 15, 16, my mom was like, so long as she was around, I was allowed to like have a couple of things of alcohol, like a beer or two, a glass of wine, like one or two mixed drinks. And I think she allowed that because a lot of my friends when I was in high school were older, they were in college. And I'd hang out with them at conventions, and all they'd want to do, like, at the end of each day, when they were done doing convention things, is party and drink a lot of booze. And I didn't want to sit there awkwardly with a can of Coke while everyone else is getting, wasted and screwing around. So, I was allowed to join in the fun. The only times I didn't drink at cons was when I went by myself, and I wasn't with my usual group. If I was meeting other friends who didn't know my mom was okay with stuff. But good morning, everybody joining. Or good evening if it's nighttime for you. Time zones are crazy. Who wants to help me clean my office? It's pure chaos. I need to get clean. I just have really bad executive dysfunction, and I keep forgetting to pick stuff up and move them around. Plus, it's overwhelming, because it's very messy. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Cleaning crew, come on over. Come on over, cleaning crew. It's all clean. Oh, you're welcome, and thank you, because, like, I probably wouldn't be as active on YouTube outside of, like, my own personal viewing habits if it wasn't for folks like y'all who take the time to, like stuff and comment and interact and whatnot. Because if it felt like I was just posting into a void, I would put up a lot less content. Oh, Husband Joe actually lifted the rule about me eating in the office. He says I can, but if it's a messy thing, I have to have towels with me. And then on trash night, I have to go through everything and bring stuff down. Because he conceded, because I spend a lot of time in this room when I'm not, with the kids or sleeping. And it kind of became just a hassle for me to, like, run all over the house just to get food. Hey, Fran, how are you doing? How's your day going? Oh, there's two of you. Oh no, there's twins. What do we do? What keeps falling? What keeps falling in this room? I don't know what it is. to find more props for making ASMR with. I don't have that many. And I'm getting a little bored recycling the same ones over and over again. Water. I might try bubble wrap at one point, because bubble wrap makes interesting sounds into my microphone. Sounds interesting. It's neat. Seriously, I'm really not that special. I'm just some random 32-year-old lady on the internet. Yeah, so many creators I used to watch on YouTube either, like, disappeared or quit, basically, or retired or whatever, and stopped making content. Or they became, like, just streamers. They stopped making regular videos and just stream all the time, which for me just doesn't work. I don't really like sitting through huge streams. I don't actually listen to ASMR that much. It doesn't really do anything for me. Like, if someone messages me and asks me, like, hey, I just put up a new video, can you, like, watch it and let me know what you think? I'll do that. But I don't personally seek it out that much. Because when I want to, like, fall asleep, I usually put on a podcast. I find just monotone talking to be very relaxing. Oh, we're done? Oh, good stuff, good stuff. Oh, for real, like, don't use videos as replacement for socializing. It's it may be kind of intimidating to like just chat people up, but I'm personally getting over that myself. Like being able to just approach people and try to talk to them. The pandemic really fucked with my social skills, like hardcore. When I went back to the brothel last year, after, not really socializing with people in person for well over a year, I was really rusty. And my anxiety got the best of me, so actually it was very difficult for me to do my job. Because I used to be very open and friendly when I worked there. I used to be able to just go up to anybody and chat them up and just, get things moving. But the last time I went to the brothel, I just could not. I would sit there awkwardly, look away from people, hide. I didn't know what to do. Doing alright, how are you doing? Welcome. And good morning. No, don't go to Mustang Ranch. Don't go there. Having worked there for multiple years, I can say with full confidence it's not worth the money. The better way, if you want the services of a sex worker, the better way to go about it, instead of focusing on a place sex workers are at, like, do some research and find individual sex workers that appeal to you, regardless of where they work, and hit them up that way. Like, go for a specific person, not just to an establishment for the sake of the establishment. Mustang Ranch is a brothel near Reno, Nevada. I worked there for like a bunch of years. I'm probably not going back. If I do go back to brothel work, it would be to a smaller one, likely in a town called Elko. As I actually, like, when I think about it, I prefer the cozy, comfy vibes of a smaller establishment to work in than one that can have like 20, 30 people on the floor at once. And it makes it really difficult to do your job because there's so many other people also doing the same job and there's only so many clients. Well, there are some things about the Nevada brothels that I just am not okay with. Like the fact that they don't compete with each other. They say they do, but they really don't. Because if they were competing, each one would try to offer better incentives to people who want to work there. But they don't. And I think it's complete and total bullshit that workers have to give 50% of each session they do with a client of what they make to the brothel, regardless of how much it is. Plus, it's expensive to work in a brothel. You have to pay for your license, and in some places it's quarterly, some places it's annually. You have to pay every week to get your STI checks from a doctor, and they don't take insurance, so you have to actually pay out of pocket. You have to get all your own supplies. You have to get there, which is travel money. You have to feed yourself, because they charge rent. And if they don't have food, because not every brothel has a restaurant or anything near it, you have to find your own food and pay for it. It's very expensive. If it's not super busy, like if you happen to come at an off time and there's not many clients, you can sometimes just barely break even. Well, if your goal is to engage sexually with a sex worker, you are paying for that service. So if you want to lose your virginity to a sex worker, find one you like, tell her that you're a virgin, and to guide you through the ropes, and you pay for the service. Sex in and of itself is a commodity like anything else. Hello, how you doing? How's your day going? Thank you, Nick. And thank you for stopping by. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So many twins in chat today. Let's see, in my weird life, I've done pretty much everything under the sun except the stuff you inject. Like, no heroin for me. That's too much, man. No. But I've dabbled in everything else. I learned I don't have an addictive personality. I can just try things, be like, well, that was an experience, put it down, and then never touch it again. Okay, other characters are coming back too. It's a slow process. How was it when I got my model? Do you mean how much it was? Oh Lord, Lord have mercy. The first time I ever did mushrooms, I balled up on this dude's couch and I just cried for like 3 hours. It was, my mind went on a very down spiral into a very dark rabbit hole. Maybe. It's not something I do super often. In part because it's very time consuming. And also, it's not very easy to acquire. Okay, how much was model? The model I'm currently using is a Vroid base, which means it's basically, it comes with a basic like doll, and the person who made it just, added the clothes, styled the hair, added the accessories and all that. So this wasn't very expensive. The model I'm using right now was like 150. Now my Orky model, that's 2D, was more expensive because I had to pay 2 people for it. Acid is also known as LSD. LSD is its actual technical name, and it's a hallucinogenic substance. And it's psychoactive. Basically, you take it, and most people, when they take LSD, after an hour or two, they'll start like seeing like things shift. Like if you look at a wall, it might start looking like it's breathing. If there's a rug with a fancy pattern, it may look like the pattern's dancing. Stuff like that. Oh no, don't make me hungry. Please don't make me hungry. There's not much good stuff in my house to eat. You see, very rarely does anybody bother me when I'm recording, because I do my recordings at like 4 in the morning. Yeah, no, haven't done grocery shopping in a hot minute, so almost out of good food. If you're underage, my dude, do not make 18 plus content. Do not do it. If you do make it, keep it to yourself. Because you could get people in a lot of trouble for making that kind of content. Like, a lot of trouble. Yeah, I get up usually between 3 and 4 in the morning to either work on stuff or record or whatever. And that's my normal. But then again, I go to bed early. I'm usually in bed asleep before 10 p.m. I have never heard that name, so no. Hello, welcome. How are you doing? How's your day going? Don't mind me, I'm eating some chocolate real quick. I am 9 weeks pregnant, and I need to eat snacks regularly so I don't get nauseous. Yes, why does it always surprise people when I mention being pregnant or the fact that I already have children? It's like, man, like, content creators can be, like, grown-ass adults who are married with kids and not just outside of family channels. Like, other creators can be married with kids, too. Yep. Good luck with your job applications. Yes, hello, welcome. I'm married. I have 2 kids, an 8-year-old, a 2-year-old, and then I'm pregnant with my 3rd kid. I don't have the ability to donate through YouTube because I'm not in the partner program. I'm not monetized. If you want to donate, go to my Ko-fi page. It's in the description of the stream. Catch you later, White Zero. The only thing that's free on my Patreon are important public posts, like when I need to talk about something important. But aside from a couple of sample audios that I have linked on there, I have nothing for free, and I'm keeping it that way. Ko-fi's been alright. I like Ko-fi because they themselves don't take a percentage of what's donated to you. Unfortunately, if you have to use a payment processor separate from them, that payment processor takes percentage, whether it's PayPal or Stripe. So that is a downside. But at least they don't take a cut on top of what the payment processors do. Hello, hey Wayne, how you doing? Camera stopped seeing my eyes for a second. That was weird. I decided when I learned about what a VTuber is, I decided to do it because a couple years ago I had an incident with a stalker, and it made me very uncomfortable showing my face online, at least in terms of real time. Like, I'm still okay posting pictures, especially pictures that don't have any identifying information like location or anything, but I wasn't comfortable anymore with, being live, showing my face. Because I was worried people might, look really carefully at the screen and try and find details of my life, and, again, we're stalkers, I didn't want that. This gives me a little bit more privacy. Catch you later. Have a good evening / day / whatever. I used to engage in the weird world of the internet when I was younger, but now I love sleep. As soon as the kids are in bed, I look forward to when my kids go to bed, because that means then I can go to sleep. I used to be able to stay up for days on end, just stay up and be okay, as long as I had caffeine, but not anymore. Now if I stay more than 24 hours, my body freaks out. I get nauseous, I get headaches, I get flares up of psoriasis, it's crazy. So I'm not doing that ever again. Good old back support. Ooh, you're making your own nut milks? That's cool. Well, yes, I love doing ASMR. It's a lot of fun. If I wasn't having fun doing it, I wouldn't be making it, because I'm not monetized on YouTube. I don't make any money from YouTube. No money whatsoever. You mentioned Philly. That reminds me, when I was in college, the owner of the Philadelphia Flyers showed up to where I worked and wanted to take me on a date. He was kind of creepy. Because keep in mind, I was like 18, 19 at the time, and he was like a much older dude. I think he just wanted to show off his mansion to me. That's pretty much what ended up happening. We just went back to his place, and it was huge, with lots of fancy stuff. Hello in Sweden. I'm running out of water. I'm a little sad. Aw, Babby. Babbies are cute. Congrats on being an uncle. No, that's a typo, and I keep forgetting to go back to my default and changing it, because I'm lazy. I also forget. I majored in film production, and I minored in animation. A favorite type of ASMR to make? That's tough because there's a lot of cool stuff. I like doing Lamias, Nekos. Vampires are always fun. I like doing fantasy stuff. Hola! How you doing? How's your day going? I really wish this laptop supported games, but it's too slow. It's way too slow and clunky. Oh no, don't get involved with Venus. I've engaged with her mother. Her mother's a psychopath. I met them at a convention because I was also a guest at the convention. We were in the green room and her mom was flipping crazy. Ugh. Sorry about your Facebook. That's a bit of a yikes. Generally, I wouldn't get your hopes up about engaging a lot with content creators, because it takes certain kinds of personalities to be able to make content online long term. And it involves a certain amount of craziness. Like, I freely admit, I'm a crazy person. I'm absolutely insane. Because normal people can live lives and do other things. Ooh, yeah. If you run a business on Facebook, that's tricky. Hello, friend. How you doing? How you been? Facebook has become such a weird platform. It's very peculiar. It started off as a place for college students to inform each other about parties, and now it's just really old people bickering about politics and showing off their grandchildren. I is eating shrimp. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna munch on some shrimp for a sec. Ooh, veggie patties are good. On average, how long does it take to put out a video? A few hours. I just dropped this shrimp on my lap. It got butter all over my legs. Now I'm buttery. This pregnancy, all I am really craving is fish. Like shrimp, crab, salmon, tuna, sushi. Lots of sushi. I want to know how the place made that butter sauce because it's delicious. But I'm not going to drink the butter sauce from the container because that would make me sound really crazy. Plus, it'd probably give me a stomach ache. I never used to really be big on fish outside of sushi, but now I'm like, I want all the fish and noodles. Fish and noodles. That's pretty much all I've been wanting to eat. So, how's everybody doing? What are the vibes like? I'm not really sure I know what you mean, Zero. I'm not really an overly jealous or competitive person. Ooh, yogurt's good. Now I'm craving yogurt. Fortunately, I have yogurt in the fridge. I also have lavender and wildberry ice cream. So yummy. Especially in this heat. Life's going okay, going okay. Being nauseous and tired all the time from being pregnant isn't fun, but I'm getting by. Oh, the baby monitor's lit up. What's going on, baby monitor? Is there a cat? What's going on? Oh, the 2-year-old's finally awake. Aw, little fox. Aw, she bouncing. Looks like my kids finally woke up. They went to sleep really late last night. Because neighbor was making a lot of noise behind us and they couldn't fall asleep. So I gotta go get some kids dressed and make them breakfast. Thank you all for joining me. I'll have more audios up this week. And I'll be back Tuesday evening as Orky to do an ASMR stream. But, sorry just so quickly, I gotta go get to the kids. Thank you all for hanging out with me for the last hour or so. You can DM me on Discord or Twitter if you need me for anything, or email me. I love you all and stay awesome. Mwah.